All right, here with Greco-Roman Olympian Adam Coon. You're here at Colorado Springs, Colorado. Want to go back actually to the Olympic trials.
Mm-hmm.
What did it take to turn the tide against Colton Schultz? You had earlier in your career, you had the advantage over Colton.
Yep.
It seemed like something happened. He sort of turned the tide on you.
Yep.
How are you able to return that? Because he's the younger guy, and really, once he passed you, I think in a lot of people's minds, like, all right, well, Colton's just going to soar past Adam Coon.
Right.
How are you able to change that?
I don't know. I went out there. I trained hard leading up to that. I wanted to make the corrections I needed to make. He was able to get to positions of advantage quicker, and just being able to hold position better and work a positioning battle with him is definitely the way that you're going to have to beat a solid guy like that. But in terms of the actual match, it was just we're both competitors. We're both going to compete. So I tried to work positions of advantage and was able to kind of secure those positions better than he was in the last couple matches. He was still able to take advantage in that first match. But that's the great part about wrestling. It's the great part about competition is anybody can be beaten on any given day. So you just do the best you can and hopefully the results go your way, and that's what happened that day.
I think for a lot of athletes, a lot of wrestlers, they experience what you went through to make it to the trials finals, and you lose match one to a guy who's been beating you. How are you able to stay positive? I think even the elite of the elite would struggle with that, but still believing they can win. How are you able to still have that belief?
I'd say one of the big benefits we had was that we had a match in the morning and then a match in the evening, so I had a lot of time to, one, recover, make the corrections I needed to make, and then just kind of have that mental switch. It's easier with a gap, but still very much doable with 20 minutes, but just to be able to keep that mindset of okay, that first match is over with, we can make the corrections we need to make, but that match in the grand scheme of things doesn't mean a whole lot in a best 2 out of 3. You can still win the 3 by winning the last 2. So let's make the corrections, but the loss, let's not dwell on that. We got 2 more matches to win.
Awesome. Well, yeah, definitely. Michigan brought in Coach Momir to work with you. How significant has that been for you?
It's huge, huge. I got a little bit of time to work with him in 2018 when I first made my first world team, and I really enjoyed working with him. So the fact that I now had a year and a half to work with him to really kind of grasp all the different concepts that he has and the different positionings, and to really raise my level of wrestling another level has just been tremendous having him in the room, and absolutely love having him around.
You took some time kind of away from wrestling for a little bit. What was that time like, and how did that maybe help you or benefit you to get you where you are right now?
Yeah, I after my loss at the Olympic trials qualifier, or the Olympic qualifier.
Yeah.
After my loss there, I was in a very much a different mindset. Most of the time after a loss, I was very much like, okay, I'm going to take a week, just kind of recover my body, but I'm usually back on the mat or back in the weight room within a couple days just because I'm ready to get back to work. Mindset was very different at that point. I was kind of asking myself if it was time to retire, if it was time to walk away. I remember asking my coaches, like, hey, advice, when did you know it was the right time to walk away? I was kind of asking those questions. I had a lot of self-doubt. And I remember talking with Coach Bromet, and he kind of asked me the question. He's like, well, if you weren't wrestling, what would you do? I said, well, I would try my hand at football. So that's what I did. I wanted to try my hand at football, see how it went, and I enjoyed my time kind of training a different way to train, see how different sports train at the highest level, the different technique that they use, and just train differently for that year. It was really nice. Yeah. It helped me kind of get my head straight of this isn't exactly what I want to do, and that I had unfinished business in wrestling. So being able to take that year off and kind of get my mind back of like, okay, let's get back to training. Let's get trained hard. We may train differently from now on, but like, I have unfinished business in wrestling. Let's go get one more crack at this.
Awesome. Is it a coincidence, or is there a reason that you think that the heavyweight Olympians both train at Michigan, you and Mason Paris for freestyle for Mason, Greco for you? Do you think there's something to what's going on at Michigan that contributed to that?
Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence at all, the fact that you got the highest guys there. I love the training at Michigan. I love the way they train us, especially the big guys. Mason's something special, so I really like training with him and just kind of working with him all the way through. It's nice to be able to work some parterre stuff with him and some hand fighting. I'm not exactly grabbing legs on him, and he's not going to out pummel me type thing, but it's nice to work all the different things we work. So it's nice to train with him. It's also nice to train next to him and just kind of keep that level going. And we have that friendly competition that goes with us too, is we're always trying to outdo each other type thing. He definitely got the better hand in college, but I'm trying to get that Olympic one on him.
Yeah. How is his Greco?
He's a leg grabber. We'll go with that.
Yeah, he really is. He's a volume attacker.
He is a monster when it comes to that.
Yeah, he's got a good gut wrench. Is that
He's really working on that.
Is that helpful for you?
Yeah, it's nice when you can grab hold of me, and it's those extra benefits that, it's something else to work on. Obviously, I'm not defending leg laces or anything on him, but he's developing a really good gut. I remember helping him with his gut defense, and then working his gut on me. Was able to kind of work those different positions and stuff like that. It's really nice.
And you feel like you've been able to help his development as well.
Yeah, I hope so. It'll be a good question to ask him, I guess.
I'll ask him. Awesome. He'll be like, no, way.
Not at all.
Not Coon. Arguably the greatest wrestler of all time is in your weight class, 130 kilograms, Mijan Lopez. He's going for his 5th Olympic gold. What do you think about the opportunity of wrestling someone of that caliber?
It's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna look forward to wrestling whoever steps on the mat against me. It'd be nice to wrestle him. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I mean, I'm just looking to wrestle whoever steps on the mat and looking to do my absolute best. That's kind of where I sit with that one.
How much have you watched him and thought? What do you think has separated him over the years?
I have studied in a way just to kind of see where the number one moves, how they move, that type of thing, and do a little bit of film study on that one. In terms of what makes him different than everybody else is just his positions. The way he's able to stay in good position and capitalize on mistakes and stuff is just at a high level. I got an opportunity to wrestle him at a couple different camps and stuff, and he's got he's a phenomenal wrestler, and he's a phenomenal wrestler for a reason. He works hard, and he knows how to kind of get to those positions. And what it's going to come down to is very much Greco wrestling. Yeah. Whoever's going to be in the best position throughout 6 minutes is probably going to win this match. So taking it one position at a time, and I hope I get a chance to wrestle him, and I hope I come out on top.
Cool. All right, I'm asking one question to kind of all the Olympians. It's focused around youth wrestling, training young wrestlers, someone to get to the level where you're at. I think it's really important to hear what you guys view as essential. So the question is sort of broad. What do you think are the essential skills to teach first-year wrestlers? Could be on the mental side, the technical side, both. What do you think those are?
The basics. Stick with the basics. We're not, when you guys are first starting out, it's not the time to be doing the spladles, the weird flips, all that stuff. Stick with the very much basic. Make sure you have good body positioning, singles, doubles, Greco, body locks, underhooks. Position wrestling is going to win these matches at the highest level. And once you start developing and understanding how the positions work, then you can start going in certain directions and be experts in certain areas. And the reason why you see so many of these college guys and freestyle guys and Greco guys doing all these weird and cool stuff is because they are so well tuned with where their body is and how their body positioning favors them that they can do these cool things. But if you start at that level and your body's not in the right position, it's going to end bad. So start with positions, make sure you work the basics and be an expert in those areas, and then branch out from there what works.
Awesome. Well, Adam, I really appreciate your time. Do you have anything else before we let you go?
No, I'm just very excited to compete, excited to go out there and do my absolute best and represent the United States.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Adam.
Thank you.